Well, it's one of the biggest political nights in our state's history. A presidential debate taking place right now inside Fiserv Forum.
The debate is still going on, but we wanted to get an early take from our political expert, Mordecai. You're just like a prof over there, just taking notes. It's been quite a debate so far. Let's jump right in. Do you think Donald Trump regrets not being on that stage here in Milwaukee tonight?
Probably not, because he would not have been able to dominate it in the way that he likes to, because the moderators were very disciplined about letting everybody talk. But nonetheless, he became the subject towards the end of the first hour. And it was just amazing to see the moderators say, raise your hand if you will still support Donald Trump if he's the nominee and he's convicted. And at first, 2 or 3 people raised their hand, and then they looked around, and then a couple more people raised their hands. That's how politicians position themselves.
I saw that. I got him a side eye.
Yeah. He's got such a big lead. There's 8 other candidates in Milwaukee. We're going to show the highlights coming up tonight at 10 as this continues on the Fox News channel. Any names sticking out to you? And what's their goal tonight?
I'm really reluctant to mention any one name, but it seems to me that most of them are having a very good night. Not only do they position themselves, but they're criticizing others vis-a-vis themselves. And so, did you support what Mike Pence did? Some of them, yes, some of them, no. Some of them are a little more passive than others, are much less argumentative.
You know, at one point, one of the candidates did say, let's ratchet it down. There has been such a negative outcry, if you will, from the public in the last cycle to not have these negative, to not attack, but just to talk about what you'll do. Do you think that's working tonight, to attack the current administration, the current president, or former administrations?
No.
Elaborate, please.
Go on.
In a debate, it's inevitable that you try to position yourself compared to other people. So if so-and-so was a governor and so-and-so was an assistant DA, then they talk about, well, this qualifies me more than you, or you're not qualified to do something that I'm qualified to do. So I think that's what debates are about. Is you could go back to Lincoln Douglas. They were positioning themselves.
The great thing about the first debates, a lot of eyes. They often get the biggest audience of any of the debates. And we know sometimes Democrats will tune in. They want to see what's going on. When the candidates are up there, are they speaking at all to the general population that they're going to have to win over? Or is this really going after the bread and butter of Republicans?
That's a great question. They're only talking to the Republican base. They're saying, vote for me because, and don't vote for so-and-so because. And they'll sort of change their positions if they become the nominee. But my prediction is that by next month at the Reagan Library, at the next debate, it's not going to be 8 people on the stage. It might be 5 or 6. I think some of them may have done well as debaters, but I don't think it gave them the mojo to stay in the race.
Yeah, we saw what happened to Scott Walker. He quickly left after his first debate. Yeah.
Do you care to make an opinion this early as to maybe who came out on top? I know you don't want to name names, but
I think the audience can judge who's being active and who's being passive. To me, that's the big difference in some of the different ones.
Okay, well, this debate's ongoing, so Mordecai, we'll let you get back to it.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us for let us know what's going on there.
And you're back at 10. Yes, don't
Yeah.
go too far.